Welcome guys to the video number 22. Video 22. Damn, we make some progress so far. I just get off of work and I wanted to make this quick video talking some shit in here. Let's do it. Um, I wanted to say like I have this problem. That's why I'm making these videos and just talking, and I want to start like talking to people outside, like on persons, and just come to people and talk to them, so I can overcome my fear because I think that's hard. Like, well, it's not hard. It's just like I'm not used to that. But right now I feel like it's a lot. It's a lot. It's kind of a lot. The videos is not a much. It was kind of hard at first, but now it's more like it's easier. I mean, I'm not like too much consistent or too much like on the stuff that I want to say. I maybe don't say like the most effective and quickest way, but I feel like I'm getting progress. I feel like I'm getting more comfortable talking to the camera. Just say whatever. And yeah, I have this problem that I get too much in my mind. Like, it's hard for me to be aware, to be present, to be mindful when like most of the time it's hard. I wish to be like mindful, be fully ground on the present moment, and just say whatever I want to say. Don't overthink, don't double guess myself. Like, just say whatever I want to say without giving a shit what I'm gonna say. And yeah, I kind of get in my mind a lot. And the problem for that is one, I get on my mind, like of course, and that means I'm not present on the moment, and I'm not focused on the conversation, and I'm not focused on what I want to say. I just get on my mind, and yeah, and that drive my energy, that drive my focus. And the other problem for that, like second, that's why I want to change it, is because yeah, when I get my mind, it's usually because something triggered me to get into my mind. Like there is some trauma around whatever that trigger my thinking, trigger my, that part of your brain that is like a light up when you are on danger, when your brain wants to tell you, okay, we had some experience with this before, maybe this is not the best way to do it, or you need to get out or whatever, because that's what the brain does. That's what she does. That's what she does. Maybe in the other, like now it's too much. Like now it's too much. People overthink too much. That's for sure. But before it was more like, yeah, people was more. I like to think that I wish it was like that for the well-being of people, and I think it was like that. That people was more present. They were more present. They were not worrying about stuff or worrying about. They worry about stuff other than animals or being attacked for to other animal or other human. I know they worry. They just not worry about like nature dangers. People also worry about other people. People in the medieval time, they also cheat. They also go out in trouble. Like, let's say one of your relatives go out in a trouble and he never come back. Like, because how you're gonna know if he has a life or not? He just get lost or whatever. There was not any type of communication like we have now, like phones and stuff. So that's not just nature worry. That's like worry, and people just worry. Like, yeah, people worry before, but I bet they were more ground on the present moment because they didn't have that much worry like we have now. Like we had to pay rent, like you had to pay your phone, gas, go to work, just stuff like that. And all this pressure that we have from other people, like okay, you had to get to your career, you had to have a good job, you had to this, and you had to and people when tell you that stuff too much, they make you think like if I don't have that, I'm not enough. If I don't have that, I'm not doing anything with my life, and that puts you down. So we have all these worries that drag our energy and focus on stuff that really matter. And that's what I'm trying to work. I wish I can be like fully present and get those thoughts when I really need to analyze something. Not always, but it's a trigger. Of course, like that's what I say. That's the point of the brain. Like that's his defense mechanisms or survive or protection mechanisms. So if you have a trauma or whatever, social anxiety, you're gonna overthink when you are in a social situation because you feel like you are on danger, and your brain is like activating thoughts and making you get out of that situation. I mean, that's basic. I think we already know that. So it's not like I just get in my mind like for nothing. Of course, I'm getting in my mind because there is a trigger somewhere, and that's my social anxiety a little bit. I mean, I know it's not that bad. Like I can go out in restaurants and whatever and talk to people. Like if they ask me something, I answer normally. But like on a party or like in a bar, if I want to approach a girl or something like that, that is harder for me. Like I feel the fear. I feel it. So I mean, and I know most people is like that, which it doesn't make any sense. Like, I mean, any difference, because I don't want to compare me with anyone else. But yeah, most people is like that. So yeah, I want to change that for real. I want to change it. I want to be more comfortable talking to people. I want to, if I see someone I like, something I like, somebody, just go for it. Just go for it. Don't overthink. Don't double guess. Just do it and have fun doing it. That's the point. I don't want to be on my head too much, and that's why I'm kind of I quit smoking weed because of that. Because when I smoke weed, like my thoughts and all social anxiety in general, it was going to the roof like crazy. Like I just overthink, and I was like damn, it's crazy. It's crazy how weed can change your thoughts. Depends how you're feeling, or depends how your brain is. If you are like a person that have trouble with negative thinking and social anxiety, stuff like that, when you smoke weed, that's gonna increase. And if you are a person that is confident and it feels good with himself and all that stuff, when you smoke weed, that's gonna increase. Or depends how you're feeling too in the moment too. If you're feeling sad or something like that, I mean, it depends, but it can increase those emotion. If you are feeling too much anxiety about something, you are like, okay, I'm gonna smoke weed so I can feel better. Yeah, you are gonna feel better, but it's not because the weed is making you feel better. It's because the relation you have with that weed on the previous events, hopefully it was, the couple first time you smoke, it was good. So you relate that with good. And it relates dopamine. And your brain relates smoking weed with good and with the dopamine. But maybe because you fucked up your dopamine levels and you empty the pool, of dopamine, yeah, it's not working anymore. So you are just smoking because you think it's gonna release. I mean, yeah, in some way it does that, but it's kind of first, later, like 10, 20 minutes after you are high, you are like, overthinking, and you are gonna get to the point where you are craving the weed, and then you smoke, and then when you are already high, you are like, okay, I regret myself. I didn't want to smoke because you don't actually want. You just. So yeah, this video is talking about that, like my social anxiety and stuff. I really want to change that, and I'm gonna put myself in the out of my comfort zone. That's what I need to do. Get out of my comfort zone, go out, talk to people, say hi to everyone, say good morning to everyone. Of course, controlling my thoughts too, like don't being too hard on myself, or if I get some rejection or whatever, it doesn't matter anything. Or if I get somebody that is not nice to me or don't answer something I say, that's their problem. I'm just being me. So yeah, what I mean is like controlling my thoughts, or not controlling them, but like kind of coach myself in those situations, and be like, okay, maybe they are having a bad day. It's not my problem. Okay, bye, and stuff like that. Coach myself. Treat me like a coach. Okay, I'm gonna say what I need to hear, but I'm not gonna be mean to myself and stuff like that. I'm not gonna criticize myself, because there is no point on criticizing yourself. Because when you do that to yourself, you're gonna do that to other people. There is no way you do it to other people and you don't do it to yourself. So yeah, stop criticizing in general. Stop criticizing yourself. And that's what I'm trying to do. I want to master my mind, master my thoughts, because thoughts create reality. If you control your thoughts 100%, you are done with the work. You can create the reality you want if you control your thoughts. So control your mind. If you want to change your life, start with the inner world. That's the first step, man. Because you're not gonna change anything outside if you don't change inside. So keep that in mind. Hope you guys have a great day and be blessed.